short-term and long-term goals. Don't let them down. Each week, you'll have limited amount of action points to make changes and implement decisions, so plan accordingly. Over time, you'll gain perks, approval of fans and management, and increase your daily action points to accomplish even more of your goals. In MyGM, you can also choose to play offline or online. Do you want to play against the computer?
Up next, the Warriors. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the four-man position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Chris in at the 5 spot. Green. It's good on the putback.
This is just what Draymond does. Rising to the occasion. Showing up every night.
And stolen by Chris. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. It's Curry outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Zubac. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. George passes to Leonard. 5 on the clock. The three. The shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way. To the inside. Morris with the rebound.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And here's Leonard from 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
And, guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Thompson surveying the floor. From downtown, the shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Curry outside. Morris with the rebound. And it's Marquise Chris with the foul. That's his first foul. Eric Paschal, he's checked in for the Warriors. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Beverley against Curry. And Beverley kicks to Morris. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. For the three. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. Bobbed up there for Green. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And it's George finishing it off.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. They trail by 1. To the paint. Here's Chris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And drafted 8th overall back in 2016. Chris played with 4 different teams in his first 4 years.
He came into this league, GA, with a raw skill set, without a defined role. But the physical ability, we know is there. He's still very young and still has a lot of room to grow.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Green, he's checked in for Morris. Andrew Shamet comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's Williams. That's tipped. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Toscano's shot is good.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Clippers trail by 3. Here's Jackson, and he banks in the layup.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Here's Poole. Kicks it to Curry. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Curry's got 9. The Clippers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Green left side. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Back to Curry. From deep. And it's Shamet with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Williams. It's deflected, and they get it back. Jackson passes to Williams. Green dishes to Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. And it's a tie ball game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Curry passes to Pascal. Back to Curry. From deep.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up.
Can't tell how many shots I've taken.
And as we know, Greg, Steph comes from a family of great shooters. It's in the blood.
But as you said, it's about the work. NBA players have had tons of kids. Most don't make it in this league. Steph is on his way to being one of the best to ever grace the hardwood.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Poole. He's guarded by Williams. And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got his first 2 points of the night. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Green finds Jackson. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Jermichael Green. Leonard, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And George is subbed in for Jackson. Back to Leonard. And here's George. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Leonard. Puts up a three. The Clippers rebound. Zubac. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. Pascal
inside. He's against Morris. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Toscano passes to Thompson. From outside the arc, the Clippers grab the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
That one goes in. Williams has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Yep, it counts. Bowman's got 4 this quarter. 1:32 left in the second quarter. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. George passes to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Warriors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Thompson for 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark in 2 for 4.
Clay, picture perfect from down there. All in a day's work for the former three-point contest champion.
Warriors have gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Looney with the bucket.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Outside, George. Will it go? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
They throw good, Paul George.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Marquise Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Stephen Curry, as soon as he crosses the half-court line, he's in range.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's George. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Chris finds Curry. 16 seconds left here in the second. Chris passed to Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Beautiful contest there by one of the most tenacious defenders in the game.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 15 points, even with all...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Patrick Beverley. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Curry kicks to Wiggins. Beverley against Curry. Down low. And Chris throws it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Paul George. For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
The drive by Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Sensational work by Thompson to drive it aggressively to the hole.
Here's Leonard, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Thompson for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Shamet. Banked in off the glass. Shamet's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Chris gets the bucket.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Beverley finds Shamet. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Left side, Leonard. Harrell trying to free himself up. A second chance effort. In deep. Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Drills the three-pointer.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's picked off. Here's Green. Good work defensively by Morris.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's Shamet. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Shamet's got 4 points this quarter.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Curry. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Warriors making a switch here. Bowman's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Morris. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
And Green gets it to go.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Green dishes to Williams. Green in the post. Guarded by Green. And Green with the basket on the assist by Williams.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Bowman passes to Poole. With the teardrop. Great tee that time from Green.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
And the Warriors making a change here. Looney's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers.
The trust this team has in Draymond to make the right decision with the pass.
The pass to Zubac. Right side George. Passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Here's Poole and the powerful one-handed slam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Oh my goodness!
Did you see
what a play!
Unbelievable.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Clippers lead by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Looney out there with Eric Pascal. And there's Klay Thompson. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Toscano in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Jackson gets the bucket.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Warriors trail by 3. Wiggins drives in, and Wiggins throws it down.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Zubac kicks to George. Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And it's off from three-point range. And George Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
They get it back. That shot, no good. The Clippers trail. Harold drives in, and Looney sends it back.
The tenacity of Looney there, swatting the shot back and showing off his defensive chops.
Chris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Andrew Wiggins. Jackson finds Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Leonard comes in for George. Landry Shamit's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams.
Always up there among the leaders in steals. Leonard gets his team out in transition.
Curry from deep three-point land. And the Warriors miss again.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space. but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Toscano, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists tonight. Now, here is Morris. Guarded closer. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
That's a momentum bucket from Stephen Curry. Big-time shot from a big-time player.
And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one. Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Thompson passes to Chris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Young, rangy big man. Chris possesses a nice skill set, and I think the potential to be a terrific player in our league.
George is checked in for the Clippers.
Cool under pressure. Terrific job nailing those 2 free throws there.
Beverly against Wiggins, and it's Beverly missing. Warriors leading by 3. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Leonard attacking. Warriors are gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And Chris throws it down.
You've got to give Chris props there. Although he's young, he isn't afraid of the moment.
Back to Beverly. Curry with the steal. On the wing, Wiggins. Pass to Chris. Curry against Beverly. And that one drops.
Love the work Steph puts into his game. Accurate from every spot on the floor.
Here's Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They needed more from him there. Any point they can get is absolutely critical for them right now.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors. Beverly. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bobbed up there for Green. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Back to Curry. From deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play. Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Jackson from long range. No good. Shot missing. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They didn't make it easy. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our
online. Do you want to play against a computer, or do you want to have your weekly score matched up with gamers around the world? It's all up to you.
Another game mode included within My League is Season Mode. If you're looking to take over a team for a single season instead of a multi-year experience, then this mode.
And David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic. And it's Ariza in at the three. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. Sometimes CJ, just with movement alone, finds himself in the right spot, and this time picks up a couple of garbage points.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Pass to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Beverley, and it's sent back by Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Lillard. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Nurkic against George. Lillard outside. Fires the three. Doesn't go that time. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And here's Leonard. Outside for George. Here's Zubac. Nurkic with the block.
And Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. The three. And it's Lillard again missing.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. He made a great decision there to push the basketball up. Excellent teamwork.
Beverley against Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Out to Anthony. Lillard outside. Jacks up a three. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
A three from Leonard. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. For the finish, and Ariza with the stop.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Okay, think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Williams. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. It's tipped. Williams dishes to Morris. Over Collins. Offensive rebound. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And there's the pass to George. Feeds it to Harrell. Shot to stop the run. Little with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Cullen passes to Collins. Shot from 12. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. The shot by Williams, no good. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Inside. Whiteside, the pass to Trent. Back to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's McCollum. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he did.
I look to the times where things.
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Little out there with Collins. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Think about a player like Harrell, who sometimes maybe the environment around him is really helpful for him to realize his full potential in the NBA. His teammates certainly feed off his intensity.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Zach Collins. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard's checked in. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Little. Here's Anthony after the basket by Los Angeles. Fires for 3. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 6, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Portland. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Harrell, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. Leonard inside. Ariza covering. Green. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Hood for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. That one falls.
Good route there from Beverley in transition. So quick and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
Here's Lillard. He kicks to Nurkic. Outside Anthony, just 5 to shoot. Good on the 7-footer. Anthony's got his first bucket of the night.
Carmelo really has great footwork down low, showing off the feel right there when he gets near the paint.
Here's Leonard. Green breaking loose.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Lillard and Steph Curry, we talk about their unlimited range on display that time from Damian.
A 3 from Leonard. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Trailblazers leading by 7. And a wide open look for Hood. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Now Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. No good on the 3. Portland leading. Outside Hood. Trains it from beyond the arc.
That's a pretty nice shot. Rodney Hood continuing to work on being more consistent from the three-point line.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Leonard. Back to Beverly. Now here's Jackson. Zubac with it. He's guarded by Nurkic. There's the pass to Beverly. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Outside Hood. He got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. That'll do it for the first half. Trailblazers lead by... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. And he doesn't get talked about that much, but Yusuf Nurkic, big part of what... Thanks for joining.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Hassan Whiteside really making a difference here.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard position. And too long on the shot.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Pass to Beverly. Back to Leonard. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Andrew Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Now here's Williams. Pass to George. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Collins looking around. Here's Trent. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lays it up and banks it in. Trent's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat. Now their plan working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Whiteside. Good for the fifth time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Los Angeles. McCollum against Jackson. To the middle. Passes it to Whiteside. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum, no good. Clippers trail by 10. Williams with the ball. Now Anthony defending. And the pass to Morris. To the inside. In the corner. Shamet with it. Releases. Los Angeles with another miss. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Trailblazers leading by 10. And here they go. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo getting up and slamming one home.
For Los Angeles, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Shamet, the pass to Williams. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. For Portland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Clippers trail by 14. Williams looking around. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Anthony. McCollum outside. And Whiteside slams it home.
Oh, wow. Whiteside out there with the red nose on, clowning, treating this one like a dunk contest.
And so it's Portland with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 6. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in its center. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. George is checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 18. Beverly with the ball. And here's Leonard from 3. Portland grabs the miss. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game. A pull-up. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Anthony. And the Trailblazers lead by 20. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Now Lillard. It's Ariza on the wing. McCollum outside. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead. You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Well, Beverly showing a bit of his speed right there, out of the blocks, hoping to get something on the drive on the inside.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Clippers trail by 18. Leonard finds Harrell. Bounce pass from Beverly. Zubac the pass to Harrell. Over Anthony. And it's Harrell missing. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to Anthony. Shot clock at 5. It's good. Their son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Lillard misses. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. And he gets the bucket.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
Passes it to Lillard. He feeds it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. A 3-ball. Hits it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Lillard.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Williams for 3, and the rebound by Nurkic. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
In the corner, George with it from the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Lillard, right side. Wide open. And again, it's Portland converting.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Bucket is good.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So
mode was made for you. Choose between the NBA and WNBA and play a single season with your favorite team, all while enjoying the classic MyLeague experience. Can you pull off the quick turnaround and win a title for your team? Because this championship or bust mode is ready for all challengers.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. And the Clippers starting five. They've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at small forward. And for the Nuggets, filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point. So the wing on the left. And stolen by Murray. Over Beverly. Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Well, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Here's Murray. The Clippers getting the bucket. Down low. Millsap passes to Harris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
I tell you, George is an amazing athlete. He's got great speed, and when he's in the open court running the break, that's a scary look for the defense.
Barton finds Jokic. The kick out to Barton. Millsap's against Morris. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Barton.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Now here's Beverly. Morris outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
And Barton throws it down.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris has played, trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part, an extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Morris kicks to Leonard. Zubac, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Jokic finds Murray. Leonard against Jokic. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Here's Millsap. Jokic with it. Martin with it. George picks him up. Back to Jokic. Another shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Jermichael Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamit's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Inside, Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Hey, and George really is one of the better dunkers in the league. Actually, one of the best. He's creative. He's got great bounce, excellent length, and pretty pretty creative every time he gets a chance to throw it down.
Grant dishes to Plumlee. Let's go. High quality look, and he sinks it.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Williams in the post, covered by Morris. Makes it off the glass.
You know, defenders like to try to get physical with Williams. I'll tell you what, his strength belies his size.
Porter kicks to Grant. Now the pass to Plumlee. The kick out to Porter. Grant outside. Doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Green passes to George. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Shamet. Williams dishes to George.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Here's Porter. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. They've got to ramp up
the offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we...
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Clippers?
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Michael Porter. Plumlee out there with Grant. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Green breaking loose. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got the lead back up to 9 now for Los Angeles. Pass to Morris. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Porter. And the basket by Jackson.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Porter passes to Plumlee. Rebound by the Clippers.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Shamet kicks to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. They grab their own miss. And another shot. Here's Harrell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Nuggets trail by 9. Grant outside. Back to Morris. Plumlee in the high post. He dishes it to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
You know what? When you allow Grant to get close to the rim, you risk seeing him give you a facial right in your grill. I mean, tremendous athleticism from the Syracuse alum.
Passes to Jackson. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Craig passes to Morris. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for the Clippers. Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. There's the pass to Beverley. Leonard on the wing. Back to Beverley. Outside Jackson. Chalk up 2 there. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Back to Millsap. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Yeah, doing exactly what he had to do right there to make sure he wasn't going to get flushed on or Instagram.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Jackson. And it's Leonard missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing here by 8.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
And George, here we go.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Murray finds Jokic. Millsap left side. He gets it in there. Millsap's got 5.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
Clippers leading by 6. To the paint, Jokic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
That free throw good from Barton.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
50 seconds left in the first half of the game. The shot by George, no good. The Nuggets trail by 4. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And Harris wide open. He shoots a three-pointer, no good.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
And it's George finishing it off.
Look at how high George gets off these drives to the hoop. Banging it down with the violence of a madman.
Millsap. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting...
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Clipper.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And for the Clippers, That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So for the Clippers right now, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
4 on the clock. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And it's Millsap with the extra effort.
And, you know, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
A nice shot by George. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
No success thus far trying to guard George tonight. I mean, he is absolutely shredding.
Harris passes to Jokic. Out to Harris. Here's Murray. Pass to Millsap. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. For the Nuggets, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Harris. The Clippers also making some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And Jokic throws it down.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Murray finds Jokic. Good work defensively by Morris.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And again, the Clippers turn it over.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Craig passes to Plumlee. Grant gets a wide open look. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
From past the arc. And that one's good. Shamet. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Williams passes to Harrell. Doubled by Plumlee. Shamet on the wing. Off target with his three. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Grant the pass to Plumlee, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And Grant is just really an aggressive player who welcomes contact on his shots. I mean, the defense has to be careful around him because he's looking to draw fouls.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Clippers leading by 9. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. The shot's good.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Over to the left wing. Grant outside. Porter against Jackson. Craig passes to Plumlee. Here's Craig. Takes the three. Hit the putback. It's good on the putback. Plumlee's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
Jackson down low. Grant on him. Jackson, that's good.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Morris.
You've got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Clippers lead by 8. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. At the forward spots, it's Barton and Millsap. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Beverly, rebound by Murray. The Nuggets trail by 8. Harris kicks to Murray. Back to Harris. Barton finds Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Hoop and harm for Millsap there. Terrific body control and concentration.
Marcus Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Morris. Now Jackson. Good defense by Jokic.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And that one, good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The Nuggets trail, and here comes Harris, leading the fast break. The kick out to Barton. Pass to Harris. Here's Millsap. Back to Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Jokic is really good in these pick and pop situations. He loves them, and he executes them very well.
Inside, Jokic with the steal. And up the floor again for the Nuggets. One in the court. In the corner, it's Harris. The pass to Jokic. Barton outside. Millsap passes to Jokic. And the layup is good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Beverly. And contact on the shot. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Millsap passes to Jokic. Barton outside. Murray outside. To the inside. Jokic gets to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And that's why Millsap has all those zeros at the end of his pay stub, fellas. Comfortable stepping up, especially when his team needs a big one.
And it's George missing. And here's Denver. This one now up to 13-2. That one goes. Count it. Harris has got the lead up to 5 now for Denver.
Harris, when it's a crucial possession, he amps up his game.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Yes, that goes in.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Murray dishes to Harris. Millsap kicks to Harris. Back to Millsap. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And the Nuggets lead by 5.
Millsap lives for moments just like this. Calm, cool, collected, taking huge shots when the game is tight.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Here's Millsap, and the rejection by Zubac. Pass to Barton to the right side. Jokic kicks to Barton. Passes it to Millsap. To the middle. And it's Jokic missing. Outside, George. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Here's Millsap. Here's Jokic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
And really a great job to maintain his composure. How about the body control there? Now he gets the and one and turns this into a 2-possession game.
Always a threat to score. Williams draws defensive attention. I mean, that allows him to set up his teammates.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Barton outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, Denver with the triple.
The shot Barton can make, that one is. So if you're the defender, you have to at least honor that.
So the Nuggets win it. It was up for grabs right until the thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks, for Greg Anthony.
say you want to skip the regular season and go right to the buzz of the postseason. In that case, MyLeague also offers playoffs mode, where you can enjoy a customizable NBA or WNBA playoffs experience. Pick which teams will make your postseason bracket and get the tournament started. You can play the games yourself, simulate them, or a combination of both as you eventually crown your NBA or
the busy freeways of Los Angeles. And with pregame.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Green, and it's Chris in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now here's Thompson. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
Curry kicks to Wiggins. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Morris. Covered by Wiggins. Leonard attacking. The putback. The shot misses. The Warriors go the other way with it. Now the Warriors moving it up. Thompson with the ball. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
Outside, George. And the basket is good. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Curry. Here's Chris. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
Basket counts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it goes down 2 points.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. Whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
What a terrific take to the rim. Paul George is just giving it to the defense right now. Tenacious on that drive.
For the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Morris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. Cool. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Harrell trying to free himself up. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
And Montrezl Harrell, a fiery competitor, plays the game doors with a lot of emotion.
He does, Kevin. You think about his time playing in Houston, he struggled a little bit. He stewed on the bench, got a reputation as a little bit of a hothead. But look what happens in a new system in LA. The chemistry with Lou Williams. He settles him down a little bit. This city and this organization and his teammates have brought out the best in him.
Here's Poole. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
.51 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Wiggins. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Williams. He's guarded closely. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Pascal. And slam dunk by Pascal.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Toscano. Pass to Looney. Wiggins outside. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity.
That's what I play with, a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. You guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Wiggins, and it's Poole in at the point. Here's Beverly, and Looney sends it back. Here's Toscano. And there's the pass to Pascal. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation.
And Doris, when you look back at this Warriors team's draft record, Looney proving to be one of their big success stories.
Yes, yet another great pick by an incredible organization. Back in 2015, Looney was the last pick in the first round. He dropped that far because of hip concerns. But once that healed up, this guy became a key component during 2 of their title runs.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Jermichael Green. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Landry Shamet. Warriors leading by 6. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Looney, puts the move on, and that's 2 points on the layup. Looney's got his second basket of the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Paul George is checked in for the Clippers. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Poole, the pass to Looney, out left to the wing. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Warriors have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And the technical free throw is good. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Pass to Toscano. Here's Poole. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Different look here for the Warriors. Clippers trail by 7. Now George. He's got 11. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Green finds Curry. On deep. But they get it back. Green, the pass to Curry. There's the 3. Connects from 3-point range. Curry's got 5.
Well, it really doesn't matter whether the offense is clicking. Steph Curry's long-range shot is a reliable option always.
And he's able to get it back. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Warriors also making a change. Wiggins is checked in. Out to Thompson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. And Leonard gets it to go.
The Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Curry passes to Green. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
A different look for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Marcus Morris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Paul George. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Down low, stolen by Zubac. It's Williams with the drive, and there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Curry kicks to Thompson. Passes it to Wiggins. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Wiggins has got 6 points.
Well, a case where he dominates in close, but Wiggins so versatile on offense.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Shamet. Now here's Williams. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Warriors leading by 5. Wiggins outside. Outside Curry. They get it again. Back to Wiggins. And stolen by Harrell. It's Jackson with the drive. Not going to go that time.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And a close game so far. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they were up by... And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Shoots from the baseline, and it's Beverly missing. Warriors leading by 7. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Gets a very good look and converts. He has 5.
Well, Thompson is so great at sprinting up the floor, exceptional at getting to the right spot.
They get the rebound, and that one is good from Zubac.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Curry passes to Green. Thompson for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Beverly with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter. Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Beverly. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
the truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Harrell, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Toscano passes to Thompson. Here's Smailagic. Now, here's Pascal. He's got 10.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And he makes that one. George has got 13.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
To the left wing. Leonard against Pascal.
Hey, yo, right here.
Thompson passes to Toscano. Back to Thompson. To the left side wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Poole. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Landry Shamet checked in for Leonard. Williams comes in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Bowman pass to Toscano. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Clippers trail by 9. Williams in the post, covered by Lee. The layup missed.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for 1/5 of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The pass to Bowman. Here's Toscano. Pass to Bowman. Out to the wing. Here's Looney. Guarded by Jackson. And the basket by Pascal. 12 points for him. Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Back to Pascal, and stolen by Harrell. Here's Williams. Bowman grabs the rebound. Warriors leading by 11. To the middle. Looney kicks to Lee. 15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Toscano passes to Lee. To the left wing. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Jackson has the open look. Offline. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On offense, here are the Warriors. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry and Clay, the Splash Brothers, in the backcourt. Chris is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. Passes it to Zubac. Williams kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to Harrell. Pocket 6. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Landry Shamet. Paul George comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Leonard finds Beverley. Zubac trying to break loose. Leonard, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And Chris throws it down.
Well, first of all, that's a great pass. But how about Chris with the vertical assault on the rim?
Outside Leonard. Launches a 3. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Up top, Curry. Defended by Beverley. Stolen by Beverley. And now the Clippers on the break. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And that one's good, George. Warriors leading by 11. Back to Curry. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Wiggins. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Back to Curry. Paul George with the steal.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Beverley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Patrick Beverley is the kind of competitor every team wants. Gets himself a trip to the free throw line.
And he's good on the second. Curry with it. And here's Chris. The pass to Thompson. To the paint. And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Thompson. And the Warriors lead by 13. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Marquise Chris did not like that.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Leonard with the steal. Now Beverly. And it's denied. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Beverly. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. The shot by George, wide open. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Anytime your guards can contribute on the backboards, it elevates your team. Nice board by Patrick.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. That three off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Outside, Green. To the inside. Here's Chris. Outside, Curry. Wiggins passes to Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Warriors.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Steph Curry.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Bowman. Here's Toscano. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Mann, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Lee passes to Toscano. Back to Lee. Over in the corner, Pascal. Pass to Bowman. 5 on the clock. Lee passes to Toscano. And a miss there on the triple. Passes it to Magruder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
WNBA champion. The grind of the postseason is no joke, so come prepared.
With so much to do and so many challenges to face in the simulated years to come, 2K21's current gen version of My League provides endless possibilities for you to play through. So what are you waiting for? Go
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Zubats in at center. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
And Beverley kicks to Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. And that one's good. Beverley.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Nurkic kicks to Lillard. No good on the triple.
Well, that's just a lucky break for the beat. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Morris passes to Leonard. Off target from outside. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Anthony with the bucket.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
Beverley the pass to Morris. He kicks it to George. Back to Leonard. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
A different look for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubats. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Now here's Williams. And it's good off the back rim and in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. McCollum outside. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Back to Morris. The kick out to Williams. Here's George. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Lillard with no one around. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Williams. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
And they pick up 2.
guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
McCollum against George. Knocked away. Lillard, right side. Takes the three. Here's Ariza. And he makes good on the layup. Ariza's got his second bucket.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And George, here we go. And he gets it to go.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Morris with the rebound.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him, mostly miss.
So, for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. Now, here's Harrell. No points in the game yet for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
That free throw missing. Rodney Hood's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he sinks the second. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. In the corner, it's Little. Outside Hood. A three-pointer, no good. Passes it to Trent. Now Hood. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up.
We all know Hood can shoot, but there, he showed some grit and determination. Nice basket.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Trailblazers out in front, up 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Washington.
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dream.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Landry Shamet. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Beverly in at the 2-guard spot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way, so that they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A. In the corner, it's Little. And stolen by Harrell. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. Stolen away. 3-on-3. And there's the pass to Trent. Outside Hood. Shoots the 3. Here's Whiteside. There's the 3. And Hood the bucket on the assist by Whiteside. Hood's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Here's Shamet. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And a bounce-back season for Whiteside. Got the minutes he wanted with Portland and showed he could still be an impact player.
Yeah, he showed he's still a monster when it comes to blocks and rebounds. This year will be the most telling with Whiteside. Got a new deal. I want to see if he keeps pushing himself or reverts to lazy play.
Hood deciding where to go with it. Inside. Shot by Collins, no good.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
Here's Jackson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Hood kicks to Whiteside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Reggie Jackson. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Pass to Green. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Back to Beverly. Pass to Shamet. 6 to shoot. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. Little passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
You must push Collins further away. When you don't, this is exactly what's going to happen.
It doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Whiteside dishes to McCollum. Right side, Collins. Passes to McCollum. Kicks to Little. Tries a 3. Green with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Whiteside, the pass to Trent, and he uses the glass on the layup. Trent's got his second basket.
His coaches appreciate Whiteside thinking pass first. I mean, they like to see the ball moving through him, not stopping.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
It's Collins with the drive. He kicks to Whiteside. Here's Trent. Back to Whiteside. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Leonard. Nurkic gets a hand on it. And a wide open look for McCollum. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Jusuf Nurkic.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Portland leading by 3. Lillard left side. The Clipper shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Greg, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch of Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the 2 LA teams. McCollum kicks to Ariza. McCollum against George.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
Clippers trail by 3. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Wow, look at Morris, just using that big body of his to draw contact. The defense has a tough time matching up with him.
And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And the pass to Anthony. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip here.
Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ariza's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And Trevor Ariza, a different player now than he once was, but during his prime, he was as athletic as anybody on the floor.
You can say that again, G.A. And he's done a good job adjusting his game as he's grown older. He went from mostly a slasher to a 3-and-D player. I mean, it's allowed him to have a lengthy career.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
George dishes to Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. He gets that one.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Lillard against George. And finished off by Nurkic.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
This is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
Morris outside. 5 to shoot. George, no good. Portland leading by 5. Here's Anthony. Up and in on the layup. Anthony's got 6.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Harold drives in. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. In his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this. He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Stolen by Jackson. Leonard against Ariza. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Out to Hood. Back to Lillard. And the shot goes in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential.
That's a shot they're always happy to give, even when he blows the finish.
It's good. He has 7.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. George, no good. Portland leading by 9. Hood for 3. Nurkic kicks to Hood. Sinks the triple.
And they depend on Hood to knock these shots down. He knows he's out there just to do this.
To end the run. That's good for George on the assist by Jackson.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Lillard way outside. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Right back after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
It makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Morris is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Williams at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Trent misses the 3. Clippers trail by 13. And yes, it's good. Beverly's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Ariza passes to Trent. Williams against McCollum. The putback. It's good on the putback. Whiteside's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Pass to Beverly. Here's Shamet. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Ariza's got 7 rebounds in the game. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Lou Williams. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Here's Zubac. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And here's Anthony for 3. It's rebounded by Lou Williams.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers leading by 13. Outside Ariza. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And it's good from the elbow. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Outside Anthony. Kicks it out to Ariza. 3-pointer. Here's Whiteside. Pass to Trent. Here's Anthony. They shoot again. That one a little long.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
McCollum outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 13. Beverly the pass to Shamet. To the middle. And that one is good from Zubac.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And here's McCollum. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Anthony. McCollum against Williams. Gets a hand on it, and Whiteside stays right with it. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Portland.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jusuf Nurkic.
Oh, he was a scary man at the defensive end with all those blocks. Even the shots he didn't get a hand on, he affected. He forced a lot of misses out there tonight.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And Georgia subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Portland making a change here. Here's Williams. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Lillard. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Ariza. Back to Lillard. Over Williams. Out to Anthony. The pass to Lillard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players. But you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. Harris looking it over. Millsap finds Harris. Fires for 3. A putback. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 6 points.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Back to Murray. Down low. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic passes to Millsap. No good from 11 feet. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A nice shot by George.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
It's Barton on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Stolen by Beverley. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Barton passes to Millsap. Back to Barton to the inside. Jokic. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in a zone.
Here's Beverley. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
Whew. He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Shamet kicks to Williams, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Jackson, he's checked in for Paul George. 1:46 left here in the opening quarter. Morris with the ball. Now Green defending. Grant against Jackson. From downtown. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Shamet, the pass to Williams. Here's Green. Lays it up off the glass.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Williams with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Out to Morris. The 3 ball. Rebound by the Clippers. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Another thing coaches love about Williams, he's a high percentage free throw shooter who gets to the line often.
So he gets them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Back to Grant. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Williams. Pass to Jackson. Shamet kicks to Green. And Green slams it in.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
On the wing, Porter passes to Craig. The kick out to Porter. Morris outside. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
They've got Landry Shamet. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Left side, Porter. The dish now to Plumlee. The kick out to Porter. Takes a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Porter's got 7.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Here's Williams. Good on the shot.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nuggets trail. Inside. Nice move. Plumlee trying to break loose. Craig, good.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Outside Jackson. Harrell trying to free himself up. For Denver, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Grant, that's good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Shamet kicks to Williams. Harrell trying to free himself up. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Green. Morris passes to Plumlee. Back to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Denver leading by 4. Grant in the post. He is defended by Harrell. Grant outside. Pass to Plumlee. Here's Craig. Just 5 to shoot. Grant kicks to Plumlee. It's blocked. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got his second basket of the game. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Here's Shamet. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 4. Morris passes to Plumlee. Grant finds Plumlee. Shoots over Shamet. No dice from 9 feet out. Clippers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now the pass to Harrell. Here's Shamet. Williams inside. Working on Plumlee. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 8 points here in this quarter.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
On the wing, Jackson. Plumlee with the rebound. The Nuggets have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Back to Porter. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 10 points. Well, what can you say about... And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now...
Rest in peace to the Mamba and baby GG.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. And it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
It's stolen by Harris. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And slam dunk by Harris.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time. And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
And stolen by Murray. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Pass to Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Leonard on the wing. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Murray. Zubats against Millsap. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Paul Millsap. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The putback, rebound by Murray.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Here's Leonard, and he banks in the layup.
Pushing the action, always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Barton outside. Down low, got a piece of it. Jokic, it's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. And the Clippers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. 1:56 left to play here in the 3rd. It's stolen by Harris. The Nuggets another fast break chance right here. Wide open look here for Murray. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. Morris with the bucket.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Murray outside. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 18 points.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Good on the bucket.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Harris with it. George picks him up. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Here's Millsap. Makes it off the glass. Millsap's got the lead up to 13 now for the Nuggets.
Smart play call. Paul Millsap deadly once he gets the ball inside.
Here's Leonard. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Denver also making some changes. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. And it's Torrey Craig in for Gary Harris. Craig kicks to Porter. Uncovered. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 9.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough.
And so it's Denver. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Clippers right now, they're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Jackson is out there with Lou Williams, and it's Shamet in at the 3 spot. 4 on the shot clock. And Murray, here we go. Jokic, and another miss by Denver.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Count it, good.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Harris outside. There's the pass to Porter. Jokic kicks to Millsap. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Jackson drives in, and that one's good. Leonard.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Denver leading by 9. Murray right side. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. A different look for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. And Georgia subbed in for Reggie Jackson. It's stolen by Harris. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Lays it up off the glass. Jokic has got 14 points now in the second half.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
And again, the Clippers turn it over.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Murray, the pass to Harris. Here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got 26.
And this is why Jokic is an all-star, all-NBA caliber talent, because of his ability to dominate in an effortless fashion.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Murray surveying the D. Launches a three. That shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Zubac kicks to George. Knocked loose. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
Good on both. The Nuggets leading by 13. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Right side Millsap. With the second effort, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 8 points in the quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
Jokic with the bucket.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Watch outside.
Barton outside. Murray finds Barton. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And here's Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Harris. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Now, here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mann, out of hand on it. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Lou Williams.
Let's go. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jokic with it, pass to Morris. Daniels dishes to Morris. Passes it to Bates Diop. Lets it go with a three. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg.